Okay, hi sixth graders. This is your instructional video for Tuesday, February 26th, and you're going to be working in Bitsbox again today. This video is going to talk you through your assignment. So what you're going to need on Google Classroom, you will see a new assignment called Tuesday, February 26th. And underneath that assignment, when it's posted, it'll be posted this morning at 8 a.m., so it should be there when you get to class. You'll see this video and two other documents. The two documents you will see are this one, which is your instruction sheet from the Bitsbox book. And then you will also see this Google Doc, which will be yours, where you are going to answer questions just like you did yesterday. So you will essentially need 4 tabs open today while you're working. You'll have Google Classroom, then you'll have the instruction sheet for Bitsbox, you'll have this sheet where you're putting answers in, and then of course you'll be on Bitsbox where you'll be doing your programming. So let me talk you through your work. Okay, this tells you that you are, the first thing you need to do for this assignment is follow the instructions on page 4 to practice identifying X and Y coordinates on the Bitsbox screen. So you're going to go to your page 4. And remember, you are welcome to use a physical book if that helps you, if it's hard for you to go back and forth between tabs. Just ask your substitute teacher to get you one of the books. So what you're going to do is follow these directions. You're going to be using the code 1940 to start this particular project. And then the goal here is to do this coding to place tools in the correct spot on the screen on Bitsbox. So you'll notice on the directions, it tells you that you have to fill in some of the coding. So notice here on line 4, there is the Y coordinate missing. On line 5, the X and Y coordinates are missing. So you will have to fill those in to get those to work. So when you get started, you're going to go over to Bitsbox. Excuse me. You're going to hit New App. This is a numbered app, so you're going to type in 1940. It will pull up, and then that's where you do your coding. Okay? And this will be just like what is on your instruction sheet. Okay? And just remember that you've got to fill in the coordinates for lines 4 and 5. As a reminder, okay, these are little outlines of the tools that you'll be placing. And then the X's on there kind of give you where you want to hold your mouse to get your X and Y coordinate. Remember, the X and Y coordinates show up. The X shows up at the top of your screen, and the Y shows up to the left of your screen. Okay, so once you finish this assignment, then you are going to go back to your instruction sheet. Okay, and right here in blue is a place for you to put an answer. So it tells you to find the origin on your Bitsbox screen and describe where it is. So right below this blue, you're going to click on there and type in your answer, okay, where you found the origin. So the second thing you're going to do is look at page 5 on Card Studio. Okay, your instruction at first has you do some looking at the code, and this is to help you practice understanding what the code means, not just typing code in, but actually looking at it and understanding what it means. So before you code, I want you to do this part. Okay, so on this part, it tells you to look at the lines of code that are related. Okay, and it tells you here that lines 1 and 5, lines 2 and 6, and line 3 and 7 are related. You're going to break down the code and explain what they mean. So this part, I did the first example for you. Okay, I did lines 3 and 7 right here. So what you'll see, and let me switch back over here to the instruction page so you can actually see what we're looking at. So this is the Card Studio program that you're going to be doing in a minute, and this is the lines of code that we're looking at. The lines that are connected are lines 1 and 5, and I can tell that because holiday is here and holiday is here. Okay. The next line that's connected, the word to, okay, and you'll see down here in line 6, it says the command text and then the word to. So I know those two are related. And then line 3 and 7 are related because from and from show up here. Okay, so what you want to do is look at the code and kind of break it down. So the example that we're doing for the first one is lines 3 and 7. So I'm going to switch back here and just talk to you about this is the code. On line 3 it says from equals, and then in single quotations it says the Bitsbox team. On line 7 it has the command text, and then inside the parameters are some things that are written out. What's written out here is from, and then we have a comma, 100, 950, hand 70, cayenne. So these are parameters right here, and we kind of worked with those a little bit yesterday when you were working on text. But let's look at my explanation in words down here. Okay. So the text in line 7 is a command telling the program to include the words that were created in line 3. Okay. In line 3, the program makes the word from stand for the Bitsbox team. So when from shows up in line 7, it shows what it stands for, not the word from. So what this is saying here is the word from now stands for the Bitsbox team. So when I use the command text, I don't have to use single quotes and put right here the Bitsbox team. I just use from. Okay, I'm going to switch back so you can see that in actual code. Okay, so here's the from part. Notice how it is not in single quotes, because what this line says is I want you to text whatever from stands for. Okay, so it looks up here. What does from stand for? It stands for the Bitsbox team. And then the rest of these parameters have to do with the X and Y coordinate, what font it's in, what size it is, and what color it is. Okay, so now your job is going to be, so I've explained that down here. So your job is going to be to look at lines 1 and 5 and explain how those are connected. Okay, so what you'll see here in line 1 is the word holiday equals New Year. And then on line 5, it tells it to fill with holiday. Okay, so what you're going to notice as you get into Bitsbox and look around, you're going to go to the fill section and see if you see one called New Year. You're probably going to. Okay, that's my hint for you. So you just want to explain those two lines right here. So you click and type your answer. Same thing down here. You are going to look at lines 2 and 6 and figure out how those lines are related, and then type your explanation right here. Okay? So once you have looked at the code and are familiar with it, you've gone through these little sections, then I want you to actually do the coding. So you're going to come back to Bitsbox, and you're going to go to New App. We have a numbered app. It is, I remember what it is, 7894. Okay, so we're going to go back to Bitsbox, and 7894 comes up here, and we're going to program here. Okay, so you're going to type it just like it is on here on Card Studio, and what it's going to do is it's going to create a app for you. Let me pull up one that's already been done. I think this one's filled in. Yeah, so what you're going to see on this one, I know this one's old. The fill back here, the one that's called New Year, is an old one. So it's going to say Happy New Year 2016. I know it's not 2016, but we're just going to roll with it. This is good practice, understanding how to do this type of coding. So even though this is old, we're still going to use it. Okay? But when you finish what you want to do, so you're going to code all of this, run it, see how it works. And then you're going to go back to your page. And now you're going to create your own original card that you're going to program. And then you'll screenshot both the programming lines and the simulator so I can see what your card looked like. Okay, so you're going to call it your last name card, and then you're just going to figure out what you want to do. And folks, I want you to be creative here. I want you to use the commands that you've seen in the example. I want you to try new things, do different things. Try to coordinate your colors so they look nice with the fill. You'll notice on this one, I added a line called message because this fill did not say Happy New Year like the Card Studio one. So I had to put my own message in, which notice here on line 4, I said happy birthday. And then on line 9, I put a text command for the message, and then here's all the parameters about how I want the happy birthday message to look. Okay, so you're going to be going into Bitsbox, creating your own card. So when you come back here, it's going to be New App, Invent Your Own. Okay, and that's where you're going to call it your last name card. Okay, I'm going to put a 2 after mine because I just did Newton card. Okay, all right, so that is your assignment for today. I think I went through everything. Yep, so you should have enough time to finish that up here on Tuesday and be able to turn this in at the end of the hour. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.